Hello, everybody. Welcome to Comic Line. I'm Sal.
Ethan.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Tiffany.
Today, we are going to talk about the DC Cinematic Universe. We talked about Marvel Cinematic for a while in the last episode, so I thought in this week we'd talk about what the hell they're going to do and what you would do with the DC Cinematic Universe. Because let's set the stage for the DC Cinematic Universe right now. Mm-hmm. They have Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, Suicide Squad, Justice League, and Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm.
And they're coming out with an Aquaman movie.
Yeah.
And there's a number of other projects that are all in the works, but God only knows if and when any of those are going to come to light. That includes the Shazam movie, which is cast, and it also includes a Joker movie that is irrespective of his appearance in Suicide Squad and may even star Joaquin Phoenix or some other rando. Mm-hmm. And so, like, the DC Cinematic Universe is in tumult, you might say.
Yes.
Right.
And as a result, I thought because anything goes with the DC Universe.
What do you mean in terms of, like, are they going to maintain, like, continuity?
Yeah.
Because they've got Aquaman from Justice League. Like,
yeah.
It's the same guy.
It's the same guy,
yes.
and it's the same context. He will be the Aquaman from the Justice League movie.
Right, and they're doing Wonder Woman 2, presumably with the same everything.
But it could be set in the past.
Right.
Or not.
But what do they do about Batman?
Yep.
Possibly
Superman.
being someone different. What do they do about Superman?
Yeah.
Jeff Johns is still involved, right?
Jeff Johns is still involved.
All right. So here's what Jeff Johns is going to do. He's going to put on a cape. Hear me out. Just hold on. Don't say anything until I'm done.
Okay.
Puts on a cape.
All right.
And then he flies up outside of the Earth's atmosphere. And then he flies around the Earth backwards. Lots of times.
Right.
And he just
reverses the rotation of the Earth.
and then he goes back in time with the knowledge of what happened.
Yes.
Right, so you can...
I feel
and he better advises them.
I feel like
But he
even
doesn't
if he
hire
did,
Zack Snyder. And then
right.
Yeah.
I feel like even if Jeff Johns were to possess the powers of Superman from just the Richard Donner movies, and he were to do that, I really feel like Warner Brothers wouldn't listen to him. And they'd be like, shut up. He'd be like kicked out faster.
Yeah, probably.
For being crazy.
Yeah.
All right, hear me out. Jeff Johns figures out how to build a cosmic treadmill.
Tiffany's got something here.
Time travel?
No. What if Jeff Johns gets a Green Lantern ring and then creates a ghost city where the DC movies are actually good? And then people might believe that.
No, because then the Guardians will just tell him he's using his ring for personal gain.
And they'll take his ring away.
His power.
And then he'll become parallax and then
Yeah.
try to go back in time anyway using 0 hour.
It all comes down to time travel, and clearly Jeff Johns is the answer.
Yes. Okay. There's two things we know, and those are they.
What would Jeff Johns do?
Right. Well, I think
heavy.
he'd just get paid and keep doing what he's doing.
Damn.
But like, what would we do with the DC Cinematic
that's
Universe?
fair.
How would you fix it? And you got to start from now. No time travel. No
Right.
no
And
hyper time.
And you have to deal with the movies that are already in production. Well, at least Aquaman.
You have to deal with them in as much as You can't go to the set of Aquaman and go stop.
Right. It's over.
It's all done.
And
It's all coming
And you gotta
down.
keep Wonder Woman because they're making that movie. There's no way they're not gonna make
Right,
that movie.
and
I mean, they could cancel it. It's
they
possible.
won't though because
They-
the first one was really successful.
Yes,
so
it's one
I'm
of the.
just saying,
It's like
this is a
Hollywood
theoretical universe
rules.
Yes.
where, like, the Aquaman movie has already been made. You can't change that.
Yeah.
You could not release
You
it,
could
but it would be a giant waste of money.
Yeah, it's like when Disney bought Fox, or if they do. Like, you think they're going to keep making X-Men movies with that universe? Like, no.
No.
I think that, like, the way to do it, because they were saying that anything goes, basically. That now we could make, like, a Superman Red Sun movie, and who cares? And we could make, like, a Joker movie that's totally unconnected to Jared Leto's Joker from Suicide Squad. Totally different Joker. Just do anything.
They're just
Anything
gonna do
you
what
want.
they do with the comics.
Right.
Just be Elseworlds.
Just do whatever you want. Yeah,
Yeah.
just make Elseworlds movies. But don't even call them that. Just whatever. And if people really like the Russian Superman, then that'll be the Russian Superman universe we're going to work on from now on. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, who cares? The fact that there is no rudder, there is no direction, is a real problem. That's why I would put somebody like Jeff Johns in charge of, like, a Kevin Feige role. Be like, you got to spearhead these things. You got to go in the right direction. The way you fix the DC Cinematic Universe, I think, is you go back to the well and you go, okay, we are going to build a cinematic universe a la Marvel, in as much as there will be shared continuity between the movies, but not like Marvel in that we're going to make sure Ben Affleck shows up during the middle of this movie or anything. We're going to focus on making the best. I know this is a crazy idea, but focus on making the best version of the character and the best story possible for that character. So you start with 3 characters: Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. Those are your characters. You go from there. And those are the 3 movies you work on. And your Batman movie is a Batman story. And it has to be a Batman story that really gets the taste out of your mouth of everything you've seen and changes everything.
Now, with the new Batman.
With a new Batman. Because, like, even if Ben Affleck chooses not to leave, that's enough of him negotiating in front of the cameras and bitching and moaning about how he's like, oh, I don't know. You cast your Batman, you get him into an ironclad contract where he's not going to piss and moan and complain. Where he has, like, the power of an executive. Because that's really what Ben Affleck did. Like, no, you need to be like, okay, I'm the studio. I tell you what to do. And what you're going to do is this. And it's a Batman movie that's self-contained, and it has no references to, like, Superman, the events of any movies. You don't refer to any of those movies. You don't actively contradict them. You don't say Justice League didn't happen. You just don't refer to it.
Right.
And you don't refer to Batman vs. Superman. You don't refer to any of those movies. So that, if these 3 movies work, you can basically start from scratch and say, like, and it's a soft reboot. And I don't mean a soft reboot like it's in the continuity of those movies, but we're going to do something like so new and different that like no one will notice. But really, it'll be kind of like that, where we can do another Justice League movie, and it'll be called something else, and it'll star totally different people, but no one noticed that I hard rebooted the DC universe, like right off the bat. So you start with a Batman movie, it's self-contained, maybe it stars somebody like Man-Bat or Clayface, something that's crazy and amazing looking and high-flying enough where you're like, okay, this is not a Nolan movie. This is not like grounded in reality, but it's also dark and cool enough where I can get on board. Because a lot of people really like the grittiness of the DC movies. That's something that everyone undeniably wants to see. And by everyone, I mean like by and large. So you keep that grit, but you maintain the superhero stuff, the fun, cool comic book stuff, while using Clayface or Man-Bat, where it's like, oh, it's just a solid movie. Like you get David Fincher to make it, where you're just like, oh, and everyone's just like talking, and just literally everybody's talking about Batman. And when every blogger asks every actor, and director, like, well, what about Green Lantern? When are you going to do that? You just don't. I don't know anything about that because I'm making a Batman movie and that's all I'm focused on, But there's somebody behind the scenes, a Jeff Johns or Kevin Feige, who's like, there is a Green Lantern in this universe, and you're going to see it, but you don't know, and it's going to blow your goddamn mind. Then the next movie is Wonder Woman. Look, I'm not writing the Wonder Woman movie, okay? So my idea is you just get somebody who knows what they're doing, and they make a solid, self-contained Wonder Woman movie. And Wayne doesn't send her a package in it or anything. Just, it's Wonder Woman. And, like, someone maybe can say Gotham, but that's it, There's no cameos, no surprise, no references, nothing. Maybe you even make, like, a Shazam reference if you're going to make a magic thing. But it's very quiet and understated. It's almost like the Batman, like Burton Schumacher universe, where it's like, I think Superman exists in this universe, but who cares? Because we're never going to do that movie. Like when I think it's in Batman and Robin, Clooney says this is why Superman works alone. It's like, whoa, you just dropped a bomb and you didn't even freaking care. It's like, yeah, I did, but like, screw you, we're making a Batman movie, so moving on.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it should be hammy and stupid. I'm just saying like that's the kind of cavalier attitude for the DC universe. We take for granted the fact Superman's in this universe. I'm not going to call him. But he's there, probably. Wonder Woman, done. Superman, any Superman story, anywhere ever, will be good, as long as you know what you're doing.
Do you do another origin story?
No.
Okay, so he just always existed. He's always been there.
Bingo.
Okay.
And the fact that he's somebody else.
And if it is somebody else, all the better. But like, if it isn't, whatever, that's fine. Hey, you know what? I bet Henry Cavill would love to play a Superman everybody wants to watch. So,
After he came back from the dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you got your self-contained Superman movie, and then you're like, whoa, those were really good movies. And so, but by movie 3, no one's like, you've made such solid properties. People are kind of like internally going like, oh, I want to see them hang out and cross over and stuff. But like externally, they've all kind of shut up about it because they know they're going to get stonewalled and they're not going to get those questions answered. So it's a policy more than it is like a platform. And so, the policy is like, these are movies that we're making, and we're just making the best possible Batman movie we can, or the best possible Superman movie we can.
Right.
Then you make your Trinity movie. No Justice League, Trinity.
But they felt like they did that already.
Yeah,
they
with
did
Batman
that.
versus Superman.
But you don't shoehorn Wonder Woman into it.
Yeah,
No.
Second. Yeah.
And then so you make your Trinity movie, and it's a threat that only they can deal with, and maybe it's almost too much for them, and so you justify the need for a Justice League movie. But who cares? But you take the same level of care and excitement and enthusiasm and effort into the Trinity movie that you did in the Batman movie you made. And and you don't get the same people, or maybe you do. Who cares? I mean, like the directors and writers and stuff.
Right.
But like, and you're focused on not building towards the Trinity movie. You're just okay. We made those 3 movies. People really liked them. Everybody enjoyed them, and we learned some lessons from them. Trinity. That's the next movie we make, and it's just about how the 3 of them are in this movie, and that's it. It's not building towards Trinity 2 or Justice League or the Apocalypse War. We're just doing Trinity, and you just focus on at one project after the next, and you just acknowledge they're all in the same universe, but you're not building towards a big thing, and just make sure you don't put Darkseid in it yet, because listen, we're all building towards Darkseid or Brainiac or something epic and big, but like if somebody has a baller pitch for Superman 2 that has Brainiac, I guess we'll have to think of something else because that's awesome. We can't not do that.
Right.
So you just do that, but you focus on each individual project and then incidentally build towards the next universe. But you have somebody who can't be told no in the background, who's like who's just adjusting pieces and making sure everything fits right, so that when the time is right, we can then go like, okay, we made Batman 2, we made Wonder Woman 2, and Green Lantern. And people are like, ooh, and so they're excited because there's a continuity of good movies that people want to see from the studio. So I think that's the next step.
Do you leave the old films? You're just like, yeah, whatever.
You just pretend like you didn't make them.
Okay.
And by that I mean like you lie to the public and say, no, those movies are all canon. Mm-hmm. That's all part of it. And like, but like, listen.
Why is Batman different now?
Because Ben Affleck didn't want to be in the movie. And if you're not happy with it, you can blame Ben Affleck. And then you just move on, and then you go, but why? But wait a minute, Batman's not old anymore. And you just go like, well, no, we had to go with a younger actor because like Ben Affleck had to leave, and you just don't address those questions.
So you lie.
Yes, because like Hollywood isn't used to that,
Yeah.
and so you lie to your public because here's the thing, like. All right.
They want to be lied
They want to be lied to. Well, because at the end of the day, you're gonna go like at the end of the day, you make your Trinity movie, and Trinity does not, and then Trinity completely betrays the fact there is no BBS in this universe, and then you go, okay, so like the cat's out of the bag. We definitely rebooted everything, but you're not mad anymore, are you?
Well, except for the people that liked those movies, they're like, but I didn't want those.
I didn't undo those movies. Those movies exist. Watch them anytime you want.
There you go.
That's my suggestion. I think just quietly reboot them.
I have the exact opposite suggestion.
Oh.
And I stole this from like what they've actually like talked about. I would do Flashpoint because nobody like hated Flash.
Right.
And here's what's really interesting. Like to me, Justice League. I kind of like the Justice League movie, but everyone thinks it's a disappointment.
I also kind of liked it, but it was a disappointment.
It wasn't what everyone hoped it could be.
Well, and how could it be?
Yeah, but my question is, does it matter? Can you just move on and just pretend it didn't happen and keep going with the same characters? The only problem is Batman, which I'll get to.
Yeah.
But nobody has a problem with Wonder Woman. Everyone liked Wonder Woman.
Yep.
Cyborg is whatever.
Right.
We'll deal with Cyborg later.
And he's a good actor, so like, what, you want to keep Cyborg, you keep him.
Yeah.
I'm sure that actor would love a chance to smile and be cool.
And maybe we don't do a Cyborg movie right now.
Oh, no.
But we leave the door open. Aquaman's already happening. Wonder Woman 2 is happening.
And Superman?
Superman, he came back from the dead. He can be anything. So you don't have to throw him away.
Right.
You could keep him and maybe just do him better.
Right.
Zack Snyder can't do anything anymore.
Right.
Zack
He's
Snyder's
out.
gone.
I think he's done making films for a while.
Yeah, like it's
I
not.
thought that was just like he can't finish that movie.
No, I think
No.
he's
I think that he like. I think he left that movie, but that Warner Brothers was ready to fire him anyway, and so it was an opportunity that like sucked, but it was also an opportunity where Warner Brothers had probably called him and was like they were probably in talks before his tragedy where they were like, you need to exit this franchise.
You think so? I think he literally just came to it as his own decision because like.
It's,
I think we didn't get a chance to find out because after Justice League came out, I think Warner Brothers would have been done, but they didn't know before it came out what was going to happen.
No.
Yeah, so
they might have been willing to like, this is your last chance.
Right.
This movie's great.
Yeah,
but that's always my concern. Like, is that they don't know anything, and the people making decisions, like they're like, no, we'll just keep giving him another chance, and I'm like, I'm all for second chances.
But that not fourth chances.
yeah. Can't blame Suicide Squad on him.
No, that wasn't his fault.
No, but like you can blame Warner Brothers for not knowing what's working and what's not.
Right.
And like,
well, and they were meddling too. Like Suicide Squad was ruined by them.
My thesis for all this is like something happens where the people in charge get better.
Right.
But I'm not thinking about that because I don't know anything about that.
Yeah. So let's just take that away.
Let's assume that happened.
Okay.
Yes. How do they like mechanically make the pieces work? And I think that all you have to do is fix Batman. Because Ben Affleck's gone. I mean, I didn't have a problem with Ben Affleck.
No, I liked
him
him
too. He's probably
but-
going to be gone. And you kind of also have to fix like what happened so that you can maybe redo your Justice League thing and have them meet again. So you do Flashpoint because people want to see a Flash. People will show up for a Flash movie because Flash fans are like crazy into Flash.
Yes.
And so you have a time travel friggin' thing where the world gets changed and all the stuff that you like stays.
Yeah, like
And
Gal
it
Gadot didn't
sucks.
change, but Batman's younger. And
Yeah, Wonder Woman happened. The Aquaman movie, if it's good, that happened.
that was in the ocean.
Yeah. But they get rid of Batman v Superman. They get rid of Justice League.
Yeah.
And that allows them to do a Trinity movie, do a new like coming together movie because like maybe only Flash remembers.
Yeah.
You know, like what happened, and he's trying to get people together.
Well,
and
he's funny anyway, so he'd be like, you like Superman, you're way better than you were when you were a frowny guy. Like, and Superman's like, I don't understand the
I don't know what
difference.
you're talking about. Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. And everyone's just like, oh, Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would definitely do a Green Lantern movie, no question.
Yeah?
Yes. I don't know what I would make it about because I don't friggin' know anything about Green Lantern except for like Parallax.
But
and
you would
shit.
green light a Green Lantern
I would,
movie.
yeah,
next.
I would get someone who knows anything to do it. Maybe you do Black Lanterns. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
Just like hint at them, like they're not like taking over the world, but like
Well, or
they
maybe
might be a
they
threat in this
almost
one
do.
movie. Yeah.
You know, yeah.
And you just make it good. You bring back the guy who was Sinestro, like, because why not? Because he was awesome.
Screw it, right?
And then you do a Sinestro movie later.
I mean, at that point, like, who cares, right? Like, just don't make it Ryan Reynolds. It's
Yeah,
somebody else.
I don't know who you cast, but
Right.
you cast someone good.
Yeah.
And you get a good director. I mean, all these movies, all these ideas ultimately come down to, like, get someone good to, like, make them.
Yeah. Although
Which
even
is
then, like, sometimes
hard to do.
it's hard.
consistently.
Well, it's hard to.
But Marvel did it somehow.
Yeah, you got to match the tone and the level of desperation. Like Marvel gained its strength by making smart, financially viable decisions. And if you look at like Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, these are all movies made by directors who were hungry and had failures, but had real successes as well. Like the dude who made Captain America made Rocketeer and Jurassic Park 3. So like, dude needed a win, and so he made one. Like Iron Man, Jon Favreau needed a win, got one. Like, you know what I mean? They were all working towards a goal, and they were cheap. Because they were like, they had failures. So Marvel knew like how to make those.
Marvel bought low.
And sold high.
Yeah.
DC
They
needs
got
to learn to do
bargains.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you get-
but see, with DC,
Good
like,
value.
yeah, but since DC is Warner Brothers, they can afford to start great. You know, they
that's-
can be like, oh, screw
Yeah,
it.
but then where do they go?
No,
But they
see,
gotta make
Yeah,
some
that's
money.
fair.
I don't
like-
think the starting grade is necessarily the way to go because then that person won't necessarily listen to whoever you put in charge of
Yeah.
this. Like the reason
Yeah,
I
Jeff
think-
Johns can't go to Steven Spielberg making the Green Lantern movie and be like, Hal Jordan would never do that, Steve. Steve's like, oh yeah, because my friend here? like Academy Award or 3? They say otherwise.
Yeah, so my concern is that like you need a director, like you said, who's
hungry and
who's
needs to
hungry,
win.
Yeah.
but like is also willing to listen to the advice of whoever's in
Or
charge.
who doesn't have a choice.
Right.
They
So-
already said they're doing Flashpoint.
I've heard that.
Like, somewhere.
So just fix it using that.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, but does that mean we still have to wade through like all of the garbage first that they're making now,
Well,
and then they do
this
Flashpoint
is the question,
and
though.
reboot
Are
it?
they making garbage now?
See, like, they haven't made anything. So
They're-
I don't know.
Aquaman's the only one I know of that's, like, coming out.
Yeah.
But they
Shazam, they're
made
working on.
Shazam.
Garbage.
Well, yeah, but
What
Flashpoint.
precedent does this set?
Well,
Flashpoint does fix it because it's literally a movie where Atlanteans and Amazonians are fighting a war in like war-torn America. Like that's cool.
Yeah.
Like you get a cool war movie out of it and a reboot. You get a lot of cool shit.
yeah. And you just do it the next movie. So probably Shazam's going to happen after Aquaman. But then Flashpoint. If you start right now,
Yeah.
you could get it in as, like, the third movie.
The thing is,
I know they're doing Suicide Squad 2, but, like,
Yeah.
that doesn't even matter.
there's no.
If people like it, you keep it, and if not, you throw it away in Flashpoint.
The thing is, in order to do that, you need to have a plan before you make Flashpoint, so that when you're done, when you're like, yes, we got our clean slate. What do we do now?
Well, yeah, you have to already have steps like 2, 3, 4, 5
Yeah,
like
exactly.
planned out. And I don't know what they would be, but they would be. But Flashpoint would give you the ability to throw away the things that didn't work.
But still keep it because it's in continuity, like
Right.
things that did.
Yeah,
I see.
because we know there are things that did work.
Yeah.
Specifically, Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm. People like Henry
Yeah.
Cavill as Superman.
They do.
Yeah.
Aquaman,
He's cool too.
was cool.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you don't have to throw it away. Because I don't think we want to throw that stuff away.
No, I would hate
I
to
don't think
lose.
the fans want that to go
Yeah,
away.
in my reboot, I'd hate to lose Momoa as Aquaman, but I would recast him as Lobo. So I guess I'd be okay.
he can
Lobo's
stay,
coming.
but he can be Lobo.
Why not? And you get somebody like Rob Zombie to make the Lobo.
No, I'm out.
It's just something else. He doesn't
Rob
come to
Zombie
Earth.
could just be Lobo, too.
No, he's older now.
He is old. He could be Lobo's dad.
Yeah, Hobo.
The hobo, the main other man.
Oh no. My pitch was also time travel, so I have nothing to say
Oh,
anymore.
no.
What's your time travel?
Just time travel. Time travel is the only
someone.
way to fix it. That's what I started with as a joke. But
Oh,
like,
but
like,
it-
but
seriously,
seriously,
no.
though, time
No,
travel.
but seriously, time travel was my pitch. So, and my solution isn't just that Batman's the problem. It's Superman and Batman are the issue. And like Flash figures out some great cataclysmic event is going to happen, and it's because something happens with Batman and Superman, so he has to go back and fix something with them. And so when he comes back,
It's fixed.
it's fixed, and Batman and Superman are two different characters, basically.
Yeah.
And,
And
like-
friends.
And friends! And they're like, you know what I mean?
No!
They're just here, and yeah.
Yeah, like, he realizes, like, something got messed up in the past, and, like, it's actually incorrect.
Right.
What's
It's,
happening
this
now.
is why it's so fucked up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
and
something...
what happened was that Zack Snyder got put in charge of the DC
Right.
universe.
But in
no, but, like-
continuity, like,
Right.
it's darker.
Yeah,
They can
and-
actually
Yeah,
metatextually
why is the
talk
world
about
so
it.
dark?
Yeah, and
not
it's
supposed
like,
to be like
it doesn't
this.
have to be Brainiac, or, like, but it could be, like, someone, like, intelligent like that. Like, you, could,
Yeah.
you know, like, you pick a character like that who went back and changed something so that things didn't work the way it was supposed to.
Yeah.
And so the Flash realizes that, and he goes back and he fixes it so we actually see what we're meant to get. Like, we actually see a Justice League, and when he comes back, maybe there are other characters there. We get a hint at the Green Lantern. We see Martian Manhunter. He's not getting his own movie,
Not yet.
but he's
anyway.
there.
Yeah.
And, like, Hawkman and Hawkgirl are there.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And, like, a Watchtower exists, and you have a Lex Luthor who has no hair because he just has no hair. Like,
Right.
literally,
Like, it doesn't
like,
matter, it's just
And he's a
Because-
different guy.
right, and, like, Flash comes back and he's like,
Oh, I didn't realize that one thing really was going to screw everything up.
yeah, or it's just because someone was back there messing with it to,
Right.
like, try to orchestrate certain things happening.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And
That's
now
why
it's the way
Darkseid
it was
got there so
supposed to
quickly.
be.
Right, like why why the movies jumped to
Yes.
Darkseid and Steppenwolf immediately.
Right.
It's like we weren't supposed to be there that soon.
No.
And that's why everything's so screwed up and
Right,
no one's
but,
happy.
like, so now you
And
create
why
this...
Superman kills people.
And why
right?
Batman's so
But, like, then you, like, realize that, like, now the Flash knows. He's just like, so there is this looming threat, though, of apocalypse.
Right. Yeah.
And he doesn't know if he should say anything.
Right. He
He's
also
just
knows that like if one thing goes wrong, everything gets dark again.
Right?
Yeah. Is there a way to make it so that Superman breaking Zod's neck was the thing that like
Oh my
broke
God.
everything?
That would be amazing.
Like that set off like a
you
cascade
could
of
literally
events.
that scene would be amazing. I would have paid to see the movie, and then I would have gone to the ticket guy and been like, here's another $20. Like if in that movie,
Yeah.
like they just reshoot the same scene where he's like, don't make me do this, and then Flash just goes, "Whoop," and he goes, Clark, you gotta stop! Don't do it!
Oh
and he's
my
like,
God.
huh?
I would love it if he didn't just tell him. Like he
Yeah, he,
literally
like,
like runs in and just like punches him. He's like, "No, you can't!" Or he like takes Zod away.
Right.
Right.
You.
Well, I was thinking, like, and, like, I like that, because I think it's better than my kind of more esoteric thing that they messed with. I assume that they would mess with the parents.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, something makes Pa Kent harder than he should be.
Right.
Yeah.
Something,
Well, yeah.
And
you
so it
have to-
changes the
yeah.
rearing of Clark Kent. Something changes the Waynes.
Yes.
Maybe
Yeah.
Clark saves him from the tornado.
Maybe there is no tornado.
No, there's no like, so when he comes back, like, his dad could be dead or whatever,
Yeah,
but
he's-
it's a totally different relationship he had with his father. And
Yes.
so, like, this Superman is hopeful, but, like, more so.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so, like, because his presence is greater in the world, because his father, like, endorsed it,
Yeah.
that, like, more superheroes came out, and that's why the Justice League is the way it is.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, that would work.
I'd watch that.
It's nice. Like it leaves you with a happy feeling,
and it's
which
hopeful.
is great.
Right?
Yeah, that's
and, like,
nice.
it'd be fun, because, like, it would be a Flash movie, but you'd have to figure out a way that, like, he either collects superheroes of the time,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, older heroes that, like, we're never going to see again.
Oh, you could bring in the Justice Society.
That's it. Exactly.
Oh,
But like, no, that would blow people's minds.
But, like, they maybe a
so
few
many
of
people
them.
wouldn't get that.
Who cares? No, they get
Or,
it.
Just get-
okay, well, hang on. We do something even worse that nobody wants. We do, like, the Supermen of the future.
Oh no.
And they come back, and they're like, Flash, you have to fix this.
Because we can't trust Clark to do it.
Well, not just that, because we looked and we saw, and, like, this is all like it's all disappearing around us now
Right.
because of this.
Right,
And you
yeah.
have to go back and fix it, and we're gonna give you a couple of folk. Just go and fix it.
Right. Here's a few Supermen.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get like Val Zod and other characters. Oh man.
Right? And you go and he fixes it and he comes back and then we get to go forward from this point. All the other movies happened.
Yeah.
They all happened.
Yes.
And then
they were unmade.
They weren't. Well, yes, they were.
They were in an
unmade.
alternate timeline.
They're-
Yeah.
Whatever.
Exactly. And now we go forward in this new world where like there's a Justice League and a Watchtower and all these
Yeah.
heroes, and now we have all these new stories.
Batman's
and
played
we
by a
still
different character.
and we
Yeah.
can still revisit
Yeah.
Apocalypse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you could have. Yeah. Yeah. There's.
Flash always gets to make the joke of, like, it wasn't always like this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or he's misremembering things. And that's great because he plays
that'd
a fantastic character where, like, something's off. He's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
Wait,
Yeah,
they
he's
all
like-
just disappear like this?
Remember that time
Oh,
when we brought Superman back to life for no reason with a cube? And they're like, no. And he's like, oh yeah, right.
Oh yeah, that didn't happen. That's
I
what.
also
That wasn't necessary because he never
because he never died.
The only thing I can really think of that would keep what we already have is basically taking the characters already here and you create Battle World. And they're just part of a different portion of that world.
Oh, like Convergence?
Like Convergence. Where, like...
Because I was like Battle World's Marvel, but
Battle World's Marvel.
Telos.
Telos, all of that shit. and it's garbage.
Right.
But you basically create a world where there are... I know.
Timmy's not
Like I said, it was
having
bad. Like our universe, the one that we're in right now.
Yeah.
Like
It's just one dimension of many.
it's just one dimension of many.
Okay.
And you can have a world where everyone gets to have their cake and eat it too, because you're seeing characters like fight each other, and there's a good excuse for it, and people can die, and they don't come back,
Right.
and it's fine. And then you actually get to create a world from that. If you want, you then also get to create spin-off movies. Like, oh, you liked this idea, this little section of the world? All right, well, this is where it comes from. If you create a Green Lantern movie, it's going to be a space, like, sci-fi suspense movie. I want it to have, like, a dark feel to it. It reminds me of Alien and other things in space. I want it to be scary in a way and have that suspenseful feel, like you don't know what's out there.
Okay.
There's crazy shit in space.
Right.
And that is what Green Lanterns are dealing with all the time. It's actually a little terrifying that
be a Green
there is
Lantern,
just
yeah.
so much out there, and it's like there's so much responsibility for that.
Okay.
I want that, and have plenty of other, like, basically what you guys said before, like what else, or Elseworlds movies.
Yeah.
Where it could just be its own thing, and it doesn't have to be kept.
Right.
But we could still make a movie off of it. So you could have, like, Red Sun Superman, and
Superman Batman.
and Batman Cough.
Yeah, and Batman Cuff.
And you know what? They get a movie of their own, but their world doesn't come through.
Right,
Like,
but
they
we're
don't
not
get to
gonna-
survive on Convergence.
Right, or whatever we would call it, because it wouldn't be
It wouldn't be Convergence, but it's basically a battle world.
Right.
It's a world where the universe itself there are too many universes, and it's trying to condense down to one. Like the universe is in itself trying to correct itself, and then pull out the characters you want, make your own universe, and then if you want after that, be like, hey, did you like some of the things we showed you in that universe? Here's spin-off movies.
Right. That's cool.
It's not.
I mean,
It's,
spin-off movies.
it's incredibly complicated,
Yeah,
and
that's
it
a little bit,
requires much more vision than I think DC is capable of right now. But maybe part of that is because, like, DC really needs to hand the reins to somebody who can do this.
Right.
Right. What's interesting though is it gives you. They want to do Elseworlds. That's like a way to like establish that Elseworlds kind of
Wait,
are
they
part of the
do
whole
want to do
thing.
Elseworlds
They've said they are going to, yeah.
in live action?
Yeah.
Because they've been doing them animated.
No, like, there's a Joker movie that's coming out that's a different universe and a different version of Joker.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is like
Or not.
We're not just doing that. Like
That's
here's the
what I'm
basis
afraid
for
of.
it.
And I heard that they were saying, like, I've heard rumors, and rumors mean, like, outright conversations from the people working at Warner Brothers who were like, yeah, we could make a Red Sun Superman movie. So there you have it, everybody. That was our discussion about the DC Cinematic Universe and what we would do if we were in charge. And I think the proof is none of us should be in charge of a multi-million-dollar.
Whoa. There's only one person that really doesn't need to be in charge. The rest of you had some
we could be
beats.
consulted.
This is
I
fair.
was gonna
I would
say-
at least
Make a
I would
movie,
at least be
okay?
Yeah.
I can't make a movie, but I can
Come up with an
suggest some
idea.
Yeah,
thoughts.
clearly
Yeah.
Ethan and I
That
are
are
on
better.
the same page here about time travel
Yeah.
being utilized.
Yeah.
And people like the Flash.
You got
Yeah.
Flash, like
Use them.
All he does is
go back in time. And go
run
fast.
faster
And run
than he did
fast.
before.
Yeah. But let us know in the comments down below what would be the first movie in the new DC Cinematic Universe that you would try. Let us know, and we'll look forward to continuing that conversation down below. See you guys next time with an all-new episode. I'm Sal.
I'm Ethan.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Tiffany.
Thanks a lot for watching.